Okay, per request. Processing audio through the DFAM. So what happens here is when you plug anything into the external audio, it replaces noise. So if noise is at 0, we will hear nothing, no matter what we do. So we have to turn up noise. It does kind of indicate that noise external level. So what I've done is I plugged in the Lyra, because, the Lyra is sort of droney, and it can splat everywhere. So I certainly understand people wanting to gate this in. So what happens is that the DFAM becomes the gate for the Lyra. So for example, we can set up velocity on the sequencer, and it will act as a gate. So every velocity part that's open, you'll hear the Lyra come through. And I've just got the Lyra making noise here. And it goes without saying, you can do different rhythms. Okay. VCA does matter, so we've got a fast gate and a slow one. Okay, so at its core, that's what we've got going on. And then, we could obviously play with the Lyra here. Okay, so there's a lot to be done there. Like, basically, this turns the Lyra into percussion, like a really noisy percussion type of synth. But let's look at some other stuff we can do. We could plug, let's take pitch and plug it into noise level. So what this would do normally is sort of like, this is how you make your kick and your snare happen. In this case, it kind of gives you some different controls over it. So, pitch is down. So we're getting the gate from the bottom. We're also getting some, basically ADSR. We're getting the R part of an envelope here. And we can set different pitches to create different volumes. So that's my first thought. Another thought is you could take VCO1 and plug it into advanced clock. Right? And now we've got a square wave, so when the square wave hits, it's going to change the rhythm. Okay, so that kind of made it swing, right? We could also take VCO2 and plug it into the noise level. Since we've got a square wave, it'll kind of act like this weird LFO effect. So we've got sort of two gates happening. We've got the sequencer gate, and then the square wave is hitting the volume up and down. And then there's some audio rate modulation. It's AM, and And the cool thing is that these remain in play, so the EG and the VCO decay start to affect things. So that's a lot of fun. So you could play with these to your heart's content. Same idea with VCO2. We can plug it in. I've got this set to a triangle just to give you an idea. This is more like what you would think of an LFO type of sound. So it's giving you a tremolo effect. And same thing, VCO decay and VCO2 envelope generator amount affect this. And I switch it to a square wave, and you could just go crazy with this, actually. So you see here, I'm almost getting like it starts to feel more random and less sequenced. So that's a bunch of ideas to try. If you discover anything, feel free to leave a comment and tell me, what kind of crazy combinations you can make with the patch bay. But I hope this gives you some ideas, and I hope that helps.